Hi friends, welcome to LACC 201, Writing for Adults 1. I'm Dr. Jenny Harrop. I am your professor for the next 8 weeks in this course and beyond. I'm always here to help. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you. We are a small class this term, which is not always the case, so I count that as a blessing. I've taught this course before when it was over 20 people, and there, at this point, I think are only a few of you. That may fill this week a little bit more, but count that as a blessing. So you get me, I get you. We can converse very easily, and you can get a lot of one-on-one attention this term. So all good. I have taught, you can look in my, if you look on the participants page, you can see who else is in the class. Once you get into Foxtail, click on participants, and you can look at my bio to get a bit of background on me. I won't bore you with it here, but I have taught basic writing courses at community colleges and universities in a couple of different places in the country. And I designed the Writing for Adults 1 and Writing for Adults 2 courses for George Fox many years ago as courses that are speaking directly to adults and the needs of typically working adults who just need a refresher of what those basics are of traditional grammar rules, some of the rules that have changed over the years, and formatting, the formatting that's expected in our department. I find that students who take the course are always thrilled that they did, amazed by the things that they had forgotten, and the rules that no one ever told them had changed. So I look forward to our time together, and I think that you will enjoy it as well. The workload is not large in quantity, like large amounts of dense reading or long papers. The workload this term is precise. So the reading may be short, but I do expect you to keep up with it and to know what the content is, because some of it might be only 4 pages long, but it's packed with rules that you do need to know as an educated adult. So we'll go through it slowly. You will find that the writing assignments, for the most part through our time together, will be 1 paragraph. That's it. Not 5, 6, 8, 10 pages. 1 paragraph. The goal of this course is to master the paragraph, to master your ability, your individual ability to write efficiently and to write effectively. No fluff, no pulling out a thesaurus and trying to sound smarter than you are. This is about very effective, efficient writing that should be directly applicable if you're working currently to what you do at work. So I want you to be learning things in our course and then trying it in the workplace. Try it in an email that you send the next day. We all know that person, perhaps at work, who sends the email that is this long. You kind of groan when you see it come in your inbox because you know it's going to take you how long to slog through and figure out what they're actually saying. Don't be that person. This course will help you to not be that person. We're going to talk about how to sit down at your desk when you've got to communicate with someone, to think very directly about what your purpose is, who your audience is, what best language, what best format, what best approach you should use in order to get your idea across effectively and quickly. So very practical information in this course. Both of our textbooks are free open textbooks that you can access online. If you're not a big fan of reading on the computer, The Simple Math of Writing Well, which is a book that I wrote for these courses, is available on Amazon. Once you get in there, you'll see where you can click a button and order it if you so choose. I think it's running about $16 right now, so not too expensive. I already talked about the writing assignments. They will be short, just a paragraph, but I am looking for precision. The best writers are highly intentional in every word that you choose, every punctuation mark that you choose, how short your paragraphs are, how long your paragraphs are. All of those choices must be intentional, and they must be directed towards your purpose and towards your audience. Those are words you're going to hear me saying over and over in our next 2 months together. The discussion forums, we're going to vary between written and video. So I want you to be forewarned. Your first discussion forum, you can click on it now to see the directions, is going to be a video discussion where your initial post, which is due by midnight Wednesday, will be a video just like I'm doing right now. You'll click on the camera icon over on the right side once you start a new discussion forum post, and it will max out at 5 minutes. So be forewarned, we're not looking for length here. We're looking for brevity and preciseness. Now, that said, I want you to do like I'm doing here, where I have a couple of notes of things I want to remember to say to you, but other than that, I'm just talking as if I would talk if we were in a classroom together. I don't want you to do multiple takes on your videos. Just do it once, address the prompt that I've given you to the best of your ability and call it good and post it. This is about being natural and real with one another and learning how to do these videos. Most of you, if you haven't already, will have to do them at work. This is the culture that we're living in now, so it's good to practice. Your responses to peers will be due by midnight on Saturday of each week. I'm asking you to respond to 3 peers. Because we're such a small class, if somebody is ill or hasn't put an initial post and there aren't 3 people to respond to, just know that you can also respond to one another within a single thread, and that will count. Just watch your word count. Make sure that you're hitting the requirements for the assignment. Discussion forums, if you have submitted on time, you must hit those deadlines and met the prompt to the best of your ability. You should be earning full credit on those. Grammar checks, those are due once a week by midnight Sunday. They are short, but they are very critical concepts that every adult educated person should know. So if initially you are not doing well on them, just know that they're only 10 points out of 1,000. So I give you some grace in that. But by the end of the course, certainly you should be getting 8, 9s, 10s on those. And just know that if you're missing things, on the grammar checks, I want you to go back through and understand why. Look at my comments, change in your brain if it was a rule that you weren't aware of or that you didn't realize was a rule or had changed over the decades. Then you need to be aware of that now. So these are very important concepts. But the stakes are low. They're 10 points each, 1,000 points for our course by the end. So discussion forums are worth 40 once a week, and writing assignments are worth 100. You'll notice if you look through our course that writing assignments, there are 3 of them that you will be asked to revise, and I will take your second grade as your final grade on that, but not so final. If you look in the syllabus, please notice that there's a paragraph called revisions. At any point in this course, you can turn in a revision on a writing assignment if you're not happy with your grade. So you can earn up to 1 grade higher if you take into account my comments on it. It needs to be more than just fix the grammar errors real quick, because I may have done that for you, and so that's not really working. You would need to do some kind of a content change and show me that you're really thinking about purpose and audience and how effective your writing is. So look in the syllabus at revisions and make sure you understand the requirements for that. Revisions aren't due until technically midnight on our very last night of class together, so you have time to think about that. I'll remind you as the course goes on. Overall, I want you always thinking about how these concepts apply to what you do currently and what you need to be doing down the road in terms of effective writing. Academia is not about fluff. It is not about trying to sound smarter than you are. It is about being very efficient with your words, very intentional, very purposeful. And that's what we are going to practice together in these 8 weeks so that by the end you can do it comfortably and well. Don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have questions. I am easily reached over email, and I'm always happy to meet with you either in person or video conference as well. Blessings on your week.